Hey, Moonpie here. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Moonpie Creations Extravaganza Turning event. Actually, it's the virtual craft fair put on by Jamie Page and Carl Jacobson, and I really appreciate them doing this. Thanks for stopping by. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to turn a Bluetooth speaker tonight. On the chat line there, we have my beautiful wife, LeighAnn, who will be asking some questions tonight. And why should be asking some questions tonight? Well, we have two great sponsors for tonight's event on my channel, and that is Total Boat and Klingspor Woodworking. They are generously going to donate Total Boat is a quart of 2-to-1 resin that also includes a Total Boat hat. Pretty awesome little hats. I've got one myself. I wear it every now and then. Also, Klingspor will be donating a 2-inch sanding disc sampler kit. These are the ones that I use in my videos. Great sandpaper. Thanks. I appreciate Total Boat and Klingspor both sponsoring this event. All right. So, Moonpie Creations is also going to be giving away something tonight. And that is one of these t-shirts right here. Your Mom Likes My Bowls. We'll be giving that to a lucky participant who is able to answer LeighAnn's questions in the chat. Couple of little things. I'm sorry, but this is a U.S. only giveaway. I could not find anybody to give anything away overseas, and I apologize for that. I do appreciate all my overseas subscribers that are tuning in to watch this. You must be 18 years of old or older to win a giveaway on YouTube. I'm sorry, that is YouTube's rules there. Hold on. LeighAnn's over there laughing, so somebody's saying something funny. Also, if you do win, LeighAnn will inform you to email moonpiecreations2014@gmail.com, and we're going to need your name, your age, your address, and your phone number. We'll already have your email. All right. And if the winner does not send us an email within one day, 24 hours, tomorrow night, I will go ahead and do a drawing off of the people that watch this. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started. What I have here is a burl and 2-to-1 resin with a green pearlescent on here. So I'm going to have LeighAnn come over here, and she's going to bring the camera over and come in on this, because I know you're tired of looking at my beautiful face. You'd rather be looking at this. Okay. Also, if you are interested in purchasing one of these shirts right here and you did not get it,
I hadn't moved off yet.
and you don't win the t-shirt, you can head on down to the description below, and there's a link to our store there for the shirts. It's not on our website. All right, so while I get my stuff ready, LeighAnn's gonna come on in. You can get closer if you need to, babe, so you get right up on it.
It has a zoom lens. It's amazing.
Yeah, those zoom lens, huh? All right. So if you have any questions throughout this whole thing, feel free. I'm gonna look at this because I want to make sure you're getting the view I'm wanting on it. Okay, we're gonna come in on that a little bit. It's because of that light.
Do what you want to do.
All right, here we are on it now. So, all right, there we go. So if you have any questions on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, because it's going to get loud, and I want to make sure that you understand what I'm doing. So what I've done right here is I've taken my my Supernova, and I have the drive spur in there, and I drilled a hole here and here, and I put it between the centers. It's not perfectly round in there, and that's okay because we're going to make it round. The design is any design you want. I'm just going to get it down and kind of bulbous it out, so it'll get skinnier at one side and then kind of round it off at the other. So let me get my mask back on. What are you laughing at?
JP.
Huh?
JP.
JP talking trash.
Well, Dave Gatton asked if you were going to have RC Cola and Moonpie So I had to give a disclaimer.
All right, here we go. All right, so what I'm doing is I've got my tool at an angle like this because I've got a regular carbide on there. So if you put it at an angle, you won't get as much chip out as you would right here. It'll blast you with chip out. So. And that right there was me getting a catch. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move over to the chuck a little bit sooner than I was going to. So, all right, if you couldn't see what I just did, I just tightened the tailstock up to this to push it on there a little bit. And what I'm doing now is I am creating a tenon because we're going to flip it around and put it in the chuck. No questions yet? No one has any questions. They're just all chatting.
Everybody's just saying hey to each other right now.
Yeah, I know. I know how it goes. So, oh, hold on. And all I did right there was make a little tenon so I could switch this over, and let's hope that it's not too small of a tenon. And nope, it's good.
You're not going to believe your first question.
What's the first question?
Ken, are you still itchy from your insulation bowl?
that insulation bowl, believe it or not, once I put the resin in it, I didn't have any itchiness. So, all right, let's get this back. Oh, I'm in a hurry and I'm going to mess up. So, now we're going to get this thing rounded up and get it going. All right, but before we do, let me take my mask off and I can show you. Right here, you can see where the burl starts to come through. We're going to get all this burl so it shows through, but it'll look a little bit like an island in a sea of green. And I hate to do it, but I'm having a hard time breathing and talking with that mask on, so I'm going to take it off just for a little bit. You may hear some of those chunks of resin. That's why I usually you see me wear this little red glove right here usually when I'm turning the resin to start with, because it chips out and it'll come off. You can see I got a little cut right there from a couple days ago. See what kind of chip out we have. See if any that you can see right here where I was rushing the tool and got the chip out there. But it's coming down pretty good. Now, if you have any questions on the insulation bowl, steel wool, or even my newest one, the honeycomb bowl there that I use packing material, go ahead and ask LeighAnn, and I'll see if I can answer them.
Question, how did you get started in your craft? It's very fascinating.
I did my first turning in high school as one of my projects. I made a dartboard case and a bowl. Well, I never thought about it after that. I went on. I loved doing it, but went into the military. And throughout the military, we were forced to kind of make and do stuff for ourselves while we're deployed. And did a lot of woodworking over in Afghanistan and Iraq to get our houses ready to be the way what we wanted, like with partitions and desks and stuff. And I enjoyed that. When I got out of the military, I'll tell you a little bit of personalness of it. I started doing woodworking as therapy for issues that I got in the military. And LeighAnn can attest that I don't get to come out here and turn some bowls or some wood or something like that. Often enough, I'll get a little bit testy. It's just therapeutic. But I got back into it when I retired in 2012.
Next question, how long does it take resin to harden before you can turn it?
I have turned a bowl after about 4 hours with 2-to-1. You mostly like to wait about 72 hours or a week, depending on what it is. I usually turn mine the next day. I'll cast it, and then the next day when I get off of work, I'll cast it that night, and then when I get off of work the next day, I'll come out here and I'll turn the bowl. Chipping off there, and I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There's some glistening. It looks like a little bit shiny. Let me show you. That means that it's not round yet. You're seeing this little shiny part. Then a lot of people ask, well, how do you know if it's round? There's 2 ways you can do it. You can put it on here and it'll skip. Let me see if it'll do it. You hear that? You hear that skipping? That's one way to know it's round. Another is the glistening with the resin. You can see that glistening. You see those streams coming off of there? That's what you want to see when you're doing resin. If you're seeing little chips come off, you don't have your tool at the right angle. Okay? So it should be fairly round. I see right there, there's a little bit of glinting. So, yep, we're right there. You'll see that the resin is starting to come through. So I will keep going on this. We're going to get it down enough. You'll see the vibration on this causes that swirl. I'm sure you can see it. Can you see that, Ben? That swirl on there right there.
Yes.
And that is just me trying to rush this through and not using my tool to do the cutting. I'm trying to force it because I'm trying to get this done before 1 hour. You can see the little flakes coming off. And I hit that. See those? That's not a good way to cut. You want to get these longer ribbons. That means you're getting a good cut.
What kind of wood is in there?
This is a cherry burl that I've had, I think, for almost 6 years. It's a black cherry tree that was cut down in Gaffney, South Carolina. It was cut down because it was rotting away.
Billy Burt says, "Hey, Ken."
Hey, Billy. I'm glad Billy's he's getting stronger, sir. Billy has gotten a little sick, and hope you don't mind me saying that, but he's doing better now and getting stronger every day, and we're all extremely pleased and happy about that. All right, so this is my basic shape. It's not my final shape, but what I need to do is I need to start rounding this part over. I know a lot of people don't like using gouges with resin. I actually prefer it. I get crap no matter what I do. I can use a traditional tool on resin, and people are like, you need to use a carbide, or I can use a carbide, and people say, oh, this is ridiculous. So on this thing, you got to get the right angle too. See, that's not the right angle. So you got to be very gentle with it. And you can get it going just like that.
Do you have a favorite wood you like to turn?
A favorite wood I like to turn. I don't think I have a favorite wood. I think I'll get a piece of wood and it will be my favorite. Like the water oak. That's probably one of the most beautiful woods I turn. If you haven't seen it, I've used it on a few different bowls. I'm not really sure which ones right now, though. You keep giggling over there, making me think you're talking about me.
No. If you used a negative rate carbide, would that help to get more ribbons and less chips?
Yes. But here's my problem with negative rate. Hold on.
And I'm laughing at Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. I know.
All right. This is a negative rate right here. And I have one on a tool. I have it on my woodpecker right here. We'll do that. What I have a problem with these carbides are like $20 a piece. You cannot resharpen these negative rate carbides. I mean, somebody might be able to. I can't. And that's $20 a piece. And I get maybe 3 bowls out of a carbide like this. And then they get fairly dull. So I don't like using them. I do like using them. They're just expensive. We'll take a drink. So the answer is yes, you get a better cut. And I can show you, maybe, I don't know if it'll work, but let's use it real quick. This one's not very sharp, so. And you can do it flat, so that helps too. I mean, they're great, and you don't get catches with negative rate. Well, I have not gotten a catch with negative rate, but all right.
Bloomfield Farm is asking a question that would take you longer than an hour to answer. Do you have any advice for a beginner?
don't be afraid to try stuff. I guess. I mean, we were all beginners at one time. I still find myself to be an amateur. I mean, I've got personal turning heroes. I mean, if I know it's going to sound weird, Carl Jacobson, man. When I first started turning again, and I was watching him, he is just amazing. And Jamie's out there. He's a personal hero of mine too.
Okay, so it is time for our first giveaway. My alarm should be going off in just a second. So the first question, and this is for Total Boat, sponsored 1 quart of 2-to-1 resin and a hat. So that will go to the first person that answers this question. Why was Ken getting chip out in his resin? He was getting chip out, and he said why he was getting chip out. Why was he getting chip out? Hodgepodge, you're the first one to come in on my side. He was being too aggressive. That is correct.
I don't know if you guys have ever been over on Hodgepodge's YouTube channel. He does some pretty good stuff. He's got a beaver over there that likes to talk trash. So.
Well, he wanted to know if Beaver's qualified to win earlier.
All right, so if you haven't seen him, head on over to his channel. You guys, you can see whoever has a channel. If they're in the chat and I name them, all you have to do is go over to the 3 dots that are on the right-hand side and hit those dots, and you can go to their channel. So go over and check out his channel too. Don't leave me. Keep watching me, but go over and check him out afterwards. All right, so I just moved everything, and I realized I've got a little bit of chip out right here. So I've got to fix that before we go on.
Now we have a chant of be aggressive, be aggressive.
Be aggressive, be aggressive. I am just glad.
Yeah, I don't see the 3 dots either. Hodgepodge.
They're not over there? Maybe it's on the top.
He doesn't think YouTube does that anymore.
Oh, did they
has
stop
that available?
doing
But
all right, we'll click on the person. I think
yeah, the
there.
3 dots don't do that anymore. So.
You can't keep up with what YouTube is doing. I'm just glad that this camera is not on me because I am doing all sorts of unsafe crap here.
Can anybody imagine Ken doing unsafe crap?
All right, so I've got a little void right there. I call those inclusions, and I get razzed for that. But an inclusion can be gaseous or solid. So, but I promised a subscriber that I would call them voids. Man, hell, this one's clogged up. All right, I'm going to use the medium to fill this, I think. No, see now? There we go. I'm making a mess here.
For anyone joining late, Ken explained in the beginning that winners must be in the U.S. We do not have a sponsor that is shipping overseas. So U.S. residents only. Must be 18 or older to win. The next question should come up at 6:40, and that will be for a 2-inch disc sample kit from Klingspor.
All right, let's talk about these right here. Everyone asked me about. Well, first of all, I want to address something. Everybody comments on my ring that I wear while I'm turning. It is absolutely and utterly unsafe to wear any jewelry, whether it's necklaces, whether it's rings or anything, while turning, period, or woodworking, period. But this is not an ordinary ring. This is a silicone ring specifically made for people that work with machinery. It is made that it will tear away if it gets caught up. I want to address that. I had a lot of comments about that on my last video. So now let's talk about these sanding discs right here. These are not your normal sanding discs. They're not round. Okay, I have round ones, and here's the round ones right here. Now, what do these do? These are called scalloped sanding discs. Okay, what they do is they go on. Let me see. I'm not sure if it gets blurry every time I move there, but they'll go around, and I love them because you can get. It just gives a better sanding inside of recesses, and even on the outside, I like it better. Now, if any of you see Mike Klingspor out there, Mike Z from Klingspor, you need to razz them because they don't make these in 600 and 800 grit. And I told him if there's anything they could ever do for me is to make these scallops in 600 and 800 grit. And he'll probably get on here and chastise me for busting them out like that. But I'm going to start sanding this down, and then we're going to get it drilled through. And what I do is I'm going to start off with 60 grit, and we're going to go to 800. After I put on a mask, dust mask.
I just shared Hodgepodge's comment. More dangerous to not wear your ring with your wife right there.
Yeah. Well, when we first got married, she said, well, what are you going to do about your turning? I said, well, I'm not going to wear a ring. And she looked at me with them eyes, and I said, until I get one. Now, this is also known as the 60 grit gouge. And what does that mean? I'm going to get rid of all these tool marks with this.
So Kevin Carpenter said, where did you get that drill?
I got this drill. This is I got this from it's called a work site. I got this off of Klingspor's website. Well, actually, I got it at the Klingspor Woodworking Extravaganza. Now I could go get this even thinner, and you'd see more burl, but I like this. It's like an ocean with a whole bunch of islands in it. So, all right, so I'm going to keep sanding this. If any questions come up, LeighAnn will yell to me about it. What's funny?
We just feel like there should be music going along with the sanding.
Only music that's on my channel is when it gets all slow and sexy.
What attachment is that in the drill?
All right, this is another Klingspor piece. It's called a Quick Connect set, and their sets are incredible. I'll tell you what, I bought this set a while back, and I just buy more of these small ones. it also comes with a 3-inch disc holder, and all they do is they screw right on there, and they've got the Velcro for the the sanding disc. I'll tell you, if you guys don't know who Klingspor Woodworking is, and you're in the woodworking community, something's wrong because they are amazing. Is Mike in the chat?
I haven't seen him say anything yet.
Oh,
He would have told me, hey.
yeah, he would have. I'm just trying to rush through this. I may have to do something later to this thing to refinish it.
Are the scallop pads much more expensive than normal?
No, they're actually not. I wish I had looked so I could tell you how much they are. I buy them in bulk. I will go to their website, and if you buy in bulk and you talk to Mike, you may be able to get a discount on either shipping or discount by buying in bulk. So when I buy 4 boxes of each grit, and the boxes come with 50 of them in it. Now, normally with wood and resin, you'll see me on my videos, I will stop at about 240 and I'll apply sanding sealer. And then I'll sand through and I'll do sanding sealer at the end. I did not do this on this because I'm trying to get through it. And that is 800 grit, and I'm not sure how well that did. So it still has a lot of scratches on it because I'm in a hurry. But what we're going to do, I'm going to take this off and grab the sanding sealer. That's another big thing that I use. I use this sanding sealer. You see it all the time. It's I think it's called Malon's sanding sealer or cellulose sanding sealer. It is great stuff. But before we do that, I ought to do what I'm supposed to do and clean it. I don't show it in my video all the time, but I do clean the pieces to make sure they're all the dust and stuff is off of them first. You'd be amazed how much different they look when you, oh, look at that. Ooh, that's what it's going to end up looking like. That's going to be pretty. It's a money shot. All right. Now, a lot of people use the micro mesh pads and all that. Carl Jacobson used those. And I just don't have good luck with them. And I know what everyone's asking.
Where's the music?
Where's the music? Exactly. Now, everyone always asks me about this sanding sealer. Why do I use sanding sealer on resin? Because it's supposed to be used on wood. And that's true. But what it does, I know Doug over at Pole Barn, he can attest to this. It fills in the small scratches and helps you get a better finish. I don't know if it's going to on this since I rushed through and I still had sanding marks, but how we doing on time, Betty?
We've got 6 minutes till the next question. You've got 26 minutes left till the end.
All right. There's no way I'm going to get done with this thing. All right. So now I've got this. And you can see, you can't really see those scratches anymore. So that's good. So what time is it? Well, of course, it's time to use some Axe abrasive sanding paste, okay? This is another one of my sponsors. I love this stuff. It's made in the U.S. It's a small company. And it works really good. So what I do, the reason I do this after the sanding sealer is because the sanding sealer you saw had like line streaks and all that because I burnished it in. All right. So I do this and it takes it back down and it gets out any small scratches that may have shown up. What are you laughing at?
Dave Gatton, why is Ken wearing his golf pants for this live stream? I thought those were his Sunday pants.
They can see them, huh?
They are holy.
All right, so when you're using the axe paste, you're going to start off at about 500. And all that is just to get a little bit of sand in on it. And get it all spread out and good. And I bet axe wood paste is in the comments somewhere. They usually are. Like I said, they're a good company. You can get a 10% discount if you're interested in this. Down there in my description should be there. So once you do this, you're going to pump it up to as high as you want to get it. And you can see it's shooting stuff in my face. And I make it seem like in my videos.
Annette is here.
Okay, good. Hey, Annette. I always make it look like it takes, no time at all when you're doing this. But if you want to do it right, it takes a little while. So, because I take it once I get it all on there and do this, I'll just keep going until all of the axe is off. Because you got to realize that axe wood paste is wax. It has wax in it. So let's say you're going to put an OB shine juice on it or something. You're going to have issues because the wax will push the OB shine juice apart. The other day I put some axe on something. I forgot to take it off and I put resin over it and I had to end up scraping off all the resin because it spread everywhere. If you know what you're doing with a product, there's always ways to make it work better for you. And I think I've got a good handle on the Axe Wood Paste. But you can always go over to Axe Wood Paste's YouTube channel, and Tom over there uses it on almost all of his projects that he does over there. And he explains it all real good when he's talking about it. So, all right. So there's the axe right there. All right. Now, I told you I can still see scratches in here. LeighAnn would look at it and say, "Oh, that's fine." But I'm a little bit, I don't know. What would you call me, baby? Not bad name.
I was going
Not bad name. Anal about my stuff. All right.
You're a little picky.
Huh?
I see you're picky.
Okay. All right. So right here, I got a fourth bit. I had to order this special for doing the speakers. There's a certain, and I couldn't tell you what size it is. It's 1 7/8. So what now?
Brick House just gave you $3.99 for Ken some new pants. Hey,
Thank you.
look, those pants may end up in a bowl one day. He takes trash.
Don't tell my secrets now. All right. So this is going to get real loud and real smoky. And that's why I did not put any OB Shine juice on the outside.
Okay.
You want to do
before
yours?
you get loud and smoky, my alarm's about to go off. So let's see. What does Ken usually apply between sanding grits? And this is for a Klingspor 2-inch disc sampler kit. The first one to answer that I see gets, what does Ken usually apply between sanding grits? He didn't do it today for the sake of time, but he talked about what he usually applies between sanding. You can start whenever you need to.
Okay. And this is real time. I always speed this up on my videos, but it takes forever.
Sanding sealer is correct. Scott.
Fitz.
Wolf. WLTC. Congratulations, Scott. If you will email us your information, the very first comment.
All right, I'm cleaning this up. Hopefully it'll go better. all the smoke, the resin's getting heated up too. So that's why I didn't finish it. And everybody that's worked with wood knows burl is extremely hard anyways. And this stuff's been drying for 6 years, so. All right, so that's good for this side. All right, I got all this stuff up. I gotta move it. We gotta turn a little bit more. Another question I had today on my videos: what do I do with all the waste resin? Depends. Depends on what it is. You guys have seen me turn this. See, this would be kind of cool in the bowl. See, I look at it that way. So if I think it's going to be cool, I'm going to take it and I'm going to recycle it, or I will use it in other resin bowls, because when you put the resin in other resin, it disappears. So it works pretty good. All right, and just remember that it is plastic, so it can be recycled, and a lot of recycling centers will take it.
How much does this finished product sell for?
We've talked about that. I have not sold one of these yet, but if I were to put one of these on my website, it would either be $80 or $100, and every time I put something up, it includes shipping. So usually when you're talking about how much something costs, you take materials times 3. It's hard to do that when you're talking about a bowl. I've got bowls that I've got 20 hours in. I can't charge them per hour, so it's difficult to say. But yeah, I would sell this probably about $80 with free shipping, or $100. Hold on, LeighAnn's giggling again.
No, they're buying you shoes and pants. And y'all, I promise he's got other clothes in his closet.
All right, now all I'm doing here is this speaker that I'm going to put in here has a ridge that's about yay big, and that's what she said, right? But I need to get that down so it'll sit flush. All right, so that should, yeah, let me do it a little bit more. And I could go in there and hollow this speaker out and blah, 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 and I could do it all, but I'm not going to. So, all right, so.
Thank you, Sandy.
What?
She said, I just want to say you make so many beautiful things. I just love what you make.
Well, thank you. And somebody took my air hose and wound it up before the show.
Somebody's got orders she's got to get out.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of you guys might not know this, but LeighAnn has started a new company.
Affiliate
company of Moonpie Creations, and
there, you're back.
all right, so we're back. Sorry, guys. We live in a rural area, and the best internet we have at this location is 6 megabytes. So we don't have upload speed. We can't download much. I have to bring my videos to work to upload them off of the college's website or internet. So, and all I'm doing here is just doing the bottom.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, we built in the middle of 50 acres and our internet's bad, but we're back. We should be good.
There's a big trade-off for privacy and living in a
Heaven. I know we hate AT&T, but they're the only ones that are out here. So.
And that's true.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. Kevin had a guest today and introduced him to Moonpie Creations, and he loves your work.
Oh, well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Kevin who?
Kevin Carpenter.
Kevin Carpenter.
Is there another Kevin?
I'm
just joking if there's any other Kevins out there.
There are no other Kevins out there. All right, you'll notice that. See the stuff that gets on these sanding pads when you're doing resin? Blows right off. So a lot of people use these, throw them away because they get that stuff on there. I'll reuse these on 2 or 3 bowls. And I know Mike is Mike Klingspor. When he sees it, he's gonna be like, "Damn, Ken, don't tell him that." There's also other ways. If I have it on the drill there, I'll usually use one of those sandpaper cleaners that look like a giant eraser. This has this has sanding sealer on it. Sorry.
Sandy, are you asking if Ken said he works at a college? His office is on a college campus. He doesn't work for the college, but
I don't work for the college. My office is there. I do what's called economic development for a county in South Carolina. We bring industrial businesses to what's that?
I'm not talking to you.
We bring industrial businesses into the county, like large distribution centers and manufacturers. All right, so I still have to drill the other side, but I'm going to put some wax on down here real quick. And what kind of wax am I going to use? Well, of course, I'm going to use the Axe Polish Restoration Paste. It is. I don't know if I don't think I got anything to put it on with. No, there it is. Okay, I do have something to put it on with. I hope. Nope. All right, let me grab one of these. It's a carnauba wax. I don't know if you guys have seen my little commercial. I just did that. LeighAnn started seeing me do that and just knew that she made a mistake marrying me. So if you haven't seen my Axe wood paste commercial. It was not sanctioned when I did it, just so you know. So don't blame Axe wood paste. I just did it of my own volition. So,
Sandy, we're about 45 miles south of Charlotte. She's in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I was up in North Carolina Friday, trying to steal a company down here. All right, so the bottom's done. So now,
Billy, maybe I should have.
Huh?
He said I should have asked them before I married you. Is it harder to stabilize than other wood?
What, burl? Is it harder for burl to stabilize?
He had fun with that, Annette. She thought you did a good job on your commercial.
What did they want to know if burl is harder to stabilize or?
It didn't say, so maybe they'll.
All right. Well, let me let you in on a little secret.
Klondike Craftsman, are you talking about the burl harder to stabilize?
A little known secret. I don't stabilize my wood. I know that people say, "Oh, you got to stabilize your wood if you're using it with resin." I don't believe that's true.
I didn't know that before I married him either.
What? I don't stabilize my wood. I dry my wood, and I have had no problems. As long as the wood is dried well, under 10%, I have not had any issues.
He was asking about Doug's olive wood. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so I'm about to get loud again. If I can find out what I did with my, there it is. All right, so this is the other side that,
Thanks, Julian.
they giving you pity over there?
Oh, no. I commented on your video the other day.
Now, this is very rough on this. I got this December, and I have sharpened it 2 or 3 times. Feel it going through. All right, so it's through. Now there's a little nub inside there that I'll end up having to take out, but I'm gonna hurry since I know we're running short on time now.
8 minutes.
Huh?
8 minutes.
All right, so we're at 8 minutes. I'm never gonna be able to finish this in time, but I want to tell you that I think next up on our virtual craft fair is Size Corner. You can see her down below. You can look at her channel. There's a link there. I am going to stay on, if that's all right, with LeighAnn. Just long enough to finish this. I hate it's anticlimactic when you don't have a finish to it. So, and it'll only take about 10 more minutes after the show's over. So. Now you can do your top any way you like. I kind of like to have it a little bit rounded off right there. And just like the bottom, I'm going to put a little swoop on the top here.
So these Bluetooth speakers work really well. Ken said earlier he hasn't sold any yet. We made a few. Our 2 oldest granddaughters for Christmas, as well as their children, and they loved them. So really cool.
All right, let me get some more light here. All right.
Why do you angle the carbide bit?
We talked about that a little bit earlier. It's because if you go straight into resin, it'll catch, it'll chip, it'll just tear it all to pieces. And I've done it when I first started. But if you angle it at that little bit of an angle, you get a better cut. Yeah, and I'm not saying nothing about anybody, but I find it surprising that on every one of my videos, people will tell me, "Hey, I've been trying to turn resin and I'm getting a lot of tear out. I've asked a whole bunch of people and no one knows why." And it's so simple, you know. I mean, I learned that trick from I forget who it was. I think it was Doug over at Pole Barn a while back. I saw how he was doing that. He likes to use his gouge on his stuff too. So you probably wouldn't learn it now.
Is that drill completely through now? It is not. Right.
Yeah, the drill, it is all the way through now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There is a little bit of a plug in there that where the two came together. There's this little plug that I pushed, but it is done. Uh-oh, what does that mean?
That means it is time for the Moonpie giveaway.
Woo, woo. Now, if you do not like this shirt,
That can't be seen.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's say that your mom likes my bowls shirt. If you don't want that because some people find it offensive, you can have whatever shirt off of our Teespring, which the link is down below. You can have whatever shirt you want off of there. Okay. There's not too many on there because we're switching over to that one right now, but I'd be willing to let you use any of those shirts. All right, baby.
I got to have a question for him. I've got a question. Where did Ken get the product that he turned in his video, in the bowl of the video he released Thursday? Where did he get that product? I know several of you said you saw his last video. Where did he get that?
Woo-hoo-hoo! That's a good question there. All
Bye,
right.
Vicki. Thanks for watching.
Everybody leaving us to go over see Si?
No, we've got 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Home Depot is correct, and the first person that said Home Depot on my side is Kenny Dion. Congratulations. Home Depot. Yeah, I told Ken earlier today, I think my next sign that I make may say shop closed. I've gone dumpster digging with my husband.
Well, I mean, that one was kind of cool. That video really shocked LeighAnn and I.
Kevin, you're funny.
That video has taken off. It's been out for 2 days. It's got like 130,000 views. I've never had a video do that before. So I am just humbled that anyone would want to see it. Thank you all for everything you do for me. I really appreciate you guys coming here. A lot of you guys subscribe to me. I don't know why, but you do. And you watch my videos and share them and thumbs up them. Some of you thumbs down them, but that's okay. I'm all right with that too. All right, we are almost done with this. I think about 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and I'll be done. What time is it?
It is 6:58.
All right, 6:58. We are darn close to.
Okay, so this may be an internet issue, and I'll let Ken figure out what to say about that. I announced the winner because it came in on my side. Right after Chitsky Wood Creations said Lowe's, but since Kenny, well, no, it still says Kenny Dion first. So, I know some of you are saying you're showing before then. That's still what's showing on mine. So we're going to have to go with what I see, guys. Sorry.
I think that we will take one more question, baby. Go ahead and do one more question. We'll do one more shirt.
Well, that means I got to come up with another question.
You got to come up with another question.
Okay. So get your fingers ready.
All right, and here's what I want you to do, babe. I want you to go over to the YouTube site. You guys got to realize when we do these, we're not live streaming off of YouTube. We're live streaming off of things like, hold on a second,
Wait a minute.
off of StreamYard. So, hold on, let me get this.
Sandy, it's actually sleeting a little bit here now.
Okay, I just want to get down on here so you guys can see this. All right, so when we see stuff, it comes through in real time for us. If you're on YouTube, okay, now I'm going to use a Rockler wire speaker kit. If you're on YouTube, that's not real time. Real time is actually what we're seeing, but I am willing. Let's do one more, and we'll do it off of YouTube this time, guys. Okay. So I take these apart right here. And let's bring up this hot glue gun that's been sitting down there. And I like to do this. I'll take a. Can you see me doing this, Rick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll take hot glue. Oh, babe, can you go get, dang it. I'll be right back. I can go grab a hot glue stick.
The little one or the no,
I
yours?
got All right.
I can't come up with a question either.
Do the one we were going to ask earlier. Okay.
What were we going to ask earlier? I didn't write it down. Oh.
All right, so I will take this hot glue. Hopefully get it going. It doesn't seem very hot.
Size up next.
All right, so, and I take it and I'll put it right in here.
How old is Ken? Not as old as his wife, so we're not going to answer that question.
I'm young. All right, so this is the top of the speaker right here. And it pushes down in here, but I like to glue it with some hot glue when I do it. So, which is just a dab of hot glue right there. Hot glue right there. I'm making a mess of it. And now that speaker will stay in there. All right, now I got these two. That goes there. This goes right on here. If I can get it to go back on, there it is. All right, I'm having trouble getting this in. That's what she said, right? Yeah, all right, give me a second, guys. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna I plug that in, and then what I end up doing is I'll push this all down in there, and I will hot glue this in. Hold it down.
Okay, I just looked at times that comments came in because some comments are not even being seen on my side now. I think we just need to send Jen C. Stevens a shirt too.
Okay. All right.
That's from our side. Sorry guys. Country living, slow internet, technology, whatever.
So that just means my phone hooked up. All right. Sorry, guys. Gonna make you listen to a little bit of country. And there it is. So these speakers cost, I think I got them for $24. They were on sale prior to that for $20. You get a little bit of resin. There's about $10 worth of resin in here. The wood was free. So for about $30, you can put them on your website and make around friggin' $50 profit. All right, so let me come around here. I'm gonna get the camera out, and then I'll say goodbye. So.
Okay, and yes, Ken has been 35 before, but it was quite a few years ago.
Make sure I'm in there.
Do you care? Do you care? I can answer this.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so Ken just hit his big 5-0.
Woo!
His beautiful wife had planned to take him on a cruise, and of course, COVID interrupted that. So we'll be celebrating 50 plus at some point.
Now, am I in the screen or is it
You
too close?
are.
All right. So there it is. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people that are purists that like wood, and there's some people that just like resin. I love wood. And I know that's a funny thing to say, but anyways, I love turning bowls. You can see them back in here. Look at all the bowls I got up there. I'll turn them all day long. But there's certain things you can do with resin that you can't do with just plain wood. I took these these are all little tiny pieces of burl and little tiny pieces of burl bark. And I made this out of it. And this is going to go to my daughter-in-law over in Hawaii. So she probably isn't watching. She don't watch my videos. She's too busy. So, but I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I know that a lot of you probably went over to go see Size Wood.
You're getting a lot of happy birthdays.
Yeah. We don't celebrate birthdays anymore. I've said that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's lying. He thinks he has to celebrate all month.
It is a month-long celebration. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Total Boat. They've been a fantastic sponsor of mine for going on a year and a half, 2 years, 2 years now.
You have 91 people still watching you.
Oh, well, I appreciate all of you that are still here. If you're interested in trying Total Boat, you can head on down, and they do sell quart sizes. There's a 15% one-use coupon down in the description, and give it a shot. I highly recommend the 2-to-1. It's my favorite. If you're trying to cast something different that needs a more longer set time to get the air bubbles out, use thick set. I'd also really like to thank Klingspor Woodworking and Mike Z over there. They have stepped up, and they've been amazing. They helped me out on my 30,000 subscriber giveaway. They're helping me out here. They helped me out last time on my 20,000 subscriber giveaway. I hope there's many more years of teaming up with them to bring their products to you guys. I know that sounds like a commercial. I am not being paid to say any of this, I swear to you. They're just great companies, and I really appreciate it. Before I go, I do want to thank my other 2 sponsors that were not included in this giveaway, and that was on my choice, and that was Starbond and also Axe Wood Paste. 2 great companies. They've helped the woodworking community so much. If you want to try any of their products, you can head on down. There's a 15% coupon for Starbond down below. There's also a 10% coupon for Axe Wood Paste. Now, I'd also like to thank LeighAnn for being behind the scenes and asking the questions for me. So I have to tell you now that it is time to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here, because I'm going to go over and I'm going to go have a beer. And I don't know what LeighAnn's going to do.
I've got a granddaughter in the house. I'm going to go play.
She's going to go
play. No, I got signs to cut.
Yeah, she got stuff to do. So until our next video, which might be out Monday or Tuesday, stay cool.